The game. It was a great environment, great crowd. I just have a tremendous amount of respect for Texas, and our goals were to limit their transition points, and they got 4 points. That's huge for us. Limit their offensive rebounding opportunities, and they had 15, and they got 12 points off of that. So probably do a little better. Turnovers were not as good as we wanted. We had 18, they scored 19 points off of that, but we knew the game was going to be physical and mentally challenging, but we competed. We kept our composure, and the first 3 quarters we didn't let our offense affect our defense. So I'm happy for these kids. They put in a lot of time and energy and a lot of work, and right now we're gonna enjoy this. I know we got to go back to practice and move on. This team's been really good about staying focused, but I hope they enjoy this win for them.
Questions for Coach? Will and John.
You guys are 10-0 for just the second time, I believe, under your tenure. How confident are you about this team going forward, especially after such a big win today?
About going undefeated?
Just for the rest of the season.
Oh, well, I'm like the kid. I want to take one game at a time, and great win for us, but we can continue to get better. And our focus now will be on Long Beach, and then we'll focus on Stanford. But our schedule's so tough. We've got to continue to zero in and again, enjoy this tonight. And we're off tomorrow, so I'm sure they'll be enjoying it tomorrow, and then we go back to work on Tuesday.
John, Dan, Steve, where are you?
Holly, the team talked about being tough, and I know it's only December, but do you think this is maybe a tougher team than others you've had, or is it too early to determine that?
I think this is one of the toughest teams we've had. They're very, very competitive. They don't like to lose. They compete. They don't appear to let things bother them. It's not too often we lose our composure. So yeah, I think this is a pretty it is the toughest team I've been with as a head coach.
Holly, could you talk about, you kind of alluded to this earlier, you stayed in the lead. I mean, they tied it for a while, but the game changed a lot there at the end, but you guys still managed to just talk about this team's ability to do that. Well,
Texas cut it because I thought we didn't take great shots, Dan. We took quick shots. And then in the fourth quarter, we shot, what, 75% the fourth quarter, but we got the ball inside. So it's a learning lesson for us, but they always go back and we talk about getting stops and playing defense. They're intelligent basketball players, and when they take a quick shot or the ball gets knocked out of their hands, I think they adjust and understand what needs to be done next. So yeah, we're just going to continue to get better.
Steve.
Just having the championship teams here this weekend, first, what did they kind of say during the shoot-around or maybe after the game, and how much of an impact do you think that kind of had on the players to see?
Well, they're long-winded, so we just let them introduce themselves to them. So they came into the locker room after the game, and we talk to our kids a lot about tradition and Lady Vols for life, and we take that really, really seriously. And there's things that a lot of programs are the same, but I think what separates Tennessee is our alumni and the love they have for this program. And the Lady Vols, former Lady Vols, take a lot of things personal. They're competitive, but they've been nothing but positive with this group, and I was excited that they could be here to watch a big win for us.
Maria.
Holly, Avina owned her technical. She said something she shouldn't, and obviously you want the composure.
Sure.
But will you accept the attitude too? I mean, would you rather have a team that's willing to fight as opposed to the opposite?
Well, of course. I mean, I love her fight, but she's got to keep her composure. It's a lesson learned, and she's just caught up in the moment. But she can't do that. It gave her a foul, and then we had to bring her out. But she'll learn. She's a smart kid. She'll learn. She'll learn.
Start up here, then we'll go Reed and then Graham.
Coach, as a player and then obviously as a coach, you've been around this program and this rivalry for a long time.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a losing skid there for a couple of years against Texas. How good does it feel to you personally to have that losing streak over?
It's winning is awesome. I mean, that's an easy question to answer. I mean, yeah, I'm glad this kid's over. It's a good thing.
Brianna.
Yeah, like kind of on what Dan was piggybacking off that a little bit. You had some, new players, and you charity, and you hit some clutch baskets.
Yeah.
How was it to have them kind of, experience some of the highs and lows and still come through with some of those big spots when they're needed at this point?
Yeah, well, Sheridan's, she just played this year, so she hadn't experienced too many lows for her, but every kid that came in did something special. I was about to pull Annie out, and I went, no, I'm going to go with her because she makes things happen. Sheridan, her productivity within her minutes is just, it's awesome. She's going to get rebounds, and I don't know how she gets shots off in the paint. People were all over, but we don't win the game if she doesn't do her job. So, these kids just battle. They're just battle tested. They battle and they fight. And they don't get down on themselves, which I love. They miss a free throw, they don't drop their heads. They turn it over, they don't drop their heads. They think about the next play, and that's been solid for us. And to get a team to do that, that's big.
Graham.
Well, this is sort of following up on that, I guess, but how do you approach how much free reign to give young players to make mistakes? Is there a difference between making them fearlessly, especially making them out of fear?
Yeah. I've taken a different approach to our turnovers. As long as we're trying to make a play, the ball doesn't get stuck in our hands or it goes off our foot dribbling, then I'm going to be upset about that. But a lot of our turnovers are attacking and trying to get the open player the ball or trying to get it inside and those type of things. And we'll go back and watch it and we'll see, I see what you're doing, or this was not good. But do we have to get better with our turnovers? Absolutely. But I think the majority of them, I haven't seen the tape, but the majority of them were trying to get us better looks. And I'll take that. I'll take that right now.
John, and then Tyler, and then Luke.
Holly, I know there's nothing like tournament pressure in March, but I would think this team felt maybe a little pressure going into this game. It's at home before a big crowd, a number 2 ranked team. Do you think it felt pressure? And if it did, how does this, how optimistic should you be about the way it handled the pressure?
Well, John, we talked about the pressure was on Texas. They're 2 in the country, and I don't even know what we were ranked, but they're a veteran group. We're young. We're not expected. We believe we could do it, but I didn't feel one bit of pressure from our kids. We talked about the pressure was on Texas. So now, when they went out there, some of the freshmen, they're playing in front of the most people they played on for 3 years in high school today. So we'll get better, but we just played the game. And we played it hard, and again, we didn't let negative things affect how we played, which I love.
Tyler.
3 Texas players fouled out. Avina and Anastasia both had 4. Just how much of an effect do you feel like the fouls had on the game today?
It's a physical game, and because that's our style of play, that's Texas's style of play. It did. They foul out their best player, who I think Rick McCarty is outstanding. She's been the leader for that team. She's been just the go-to everything for that team, and for her to foul out was huge for us. But it's just, it was a physical game, and it was physical inside, it was physical outside, and we had to pull some kids just because they got in foul trouble as well. But we had kids come in and step up and do some really nice things.
Luke in the back. Coach, people tend to throw out the term statement win after wins like this sometimes. Do you feel like it's one of those in this situation?
Well, it's a statement win for our kids. They're young, and absolutely Texas. Again, tremendous amount of respect for Texas, and to beat Texas is big for us. It's big, and it's a statement win for us. Now we're going to see, can we carry it to the next game and the next game, but every game is big for us. And we've tried to make that focus, and we've tried not to look past people, and we continue to try to work on us.
And to follow up on that, how much do you emphasize to these girls, you're at Tennessee, you're at one of the elite programs in the country, you should aspire to be among the best in the nation?
No, that's why they came here. That's why they came here, because they are they are the best, some of the best players in the country, and this is the best program in the country in my opinion. So why wouldn't you come to Tennessee? They're going to have pressure wherever they go because they're the expectations. So why not come here and we have high expectations of you, and we're going to put you in that environment to succeed.
Final questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All. Thank you.